Really though. It ain't work, got shut down. But I can tell by the in the ring on this. Somebody had it on lockdown. Alrighty. That's my Meek Mill for today. Hey everybody. Welcome to another episode of Chanel's Reality. I'm Chanel, and this is my reality. Listen, it's almost my bedtime. I sound like an old person. Oh my god. I have to stop saying stuff like that. Gotta stop saying stuff like that. So I came on here. I am gonna do a quick video about Married to Medicine reunion part 3. Bravo, producers, all of y'all, come to the front, okay? Come to the front, to the very front. Listen, y'all playing with us, and y'all playing in our faces, as the content creators be saying. Listen, we don't need 3 parts of Married to Medicine, especially when y'all are not going to hold people accountable for their terrible what's the right word? Words, disrespectful words. Y'all look, I've been eating. Listen, I was eating some of these. And I'm like, are my lips white? What is happening? Hold please. I can't take it. Look. Hey, look. Hey, look. Can't be coming on these YouTube streets. Look at, listen. Actually, I can because I don't really care what people think. You can't live in this world and care in that way. It'll ruin your life. Sweet tea. Don't care about what these haters say or these idiots say to you, girl. Live your best life, okay? All right. So like I said, we're going to recap the Married to Medicine crew. Listen, guys, it's almost 11 o'clock, like I said, in my bedtime. Jesus. You know, this one hair, it won't let me be great. Okay. Anyway, listen, this is going to be a real quick recap because nothing to see here. Okay? Nothing to see here at all. At all. Really. In my opinion. But what do I know? What do I know? So listen, I'm going to talk about like the highlights, things that I felt like were funny to me. So I think one of the things that I found very funny is when I don't know who asked who, but basically they were talking about Quad and her body and something like that, and she was like, "Oh no." Okay, so what they were talking about is how Toya and Phaedra were treating, you know. I listen. I didn't think they were being mean. I think that they were being shady, you know. But I'm not Sweet Tea. So when Sweet Tea, she brought them with her to go bridal shopping. So here's the thing: we all know that Sweet Tea is not friends with these people. We know that for a fact, right? So it's like I don't even understand what producer decided have Toya, who we know is super judgmental and is 100%, what's the right word? Materialistic. And listen, Toya, I ain't mad at you because so am I. This is why I have on this Gucci hat. Ain't my Gucci. Listen, I am who I am. 5-star hotels and room service. Remember I said that? And I don't feel bad about saying it. It's what I like in my world. You don't like it? No, what? You know, I also like Target. So what else? Anyway, so I didn't feel offended by Toya and Phaedra's remarks. But I can understand how someone would be offended. But like I said, the other part too is really the people that should have been there were her friends and family. But I guess, you know, they have to do it this way to kind of pretend like Sweet Tea cares to have these women in her wedding or at her wedding. Because, I mean, it even when they were showing it, even on the episode, it just rung like false to me. Like you wouldn't, I would be willing to bet most of the producers are men. Bravo, stop me if I'm wrong. And some men cook this up because men don't care. they show up to a tux fitting and they go home if they show up to the tux fitting, okay? They may just send their, measurements and hope for the best. Like, I just think it's a woman thing. And I just feel like it would have been much better if she had her sister and her mom there. And maybe at the time, maybe even Dr. Heavenly, since that's the person that kind of like brought her into the group, so to speak. So anyway, so they were talking about, Andy was talking about that, and they were saying about how, maybe Sweet Tea was saying, all of these women have had something done. I think she said Dr. Simone and Dr. Heavenly and whomever else. And, so then they go around the room. And I think Dr. Heavenly said something like, or maybe it was Andy. I don't know who said it, but basically someone was basically asking Quad, where did she get her donkey dunk or whatever? And Quad was like, listen, this is, what did she say? She said, Quad said, this is Body by Jesus. And I'm here for it, bitch. I love that. And she talking about presented by God. I was here for it. That was good, Quad. Good job, sis. Let's see. Oh, and then I put on here, because this was annoying. Something that's annoying to me is like towards the end of the episode, the women were like, Andy's going around talking about, what have they learned over the past 10 years? And it really was annoying to me that, Dr. Simone thought it was necessary to say, that these women, the what did you call them? The OGs. I'm like, girl, shut the hell up. Like, please shut up. First of all, everybody that's on here is part of your crew or whatever the case may be. To kind of like try to divide it, it's just not cool. Like, it's not cool. And if it was you would feel a way. Right, doctor? Since I already talked to y'all about it. Did y'all all pass y'all medical exam first time? Dr. Simone, did you pass first time? At me, if you about that life, sis. Anyway, I just feel like it's dismissive, and you don't need to say that. Everyone already knows that everybody here hasn't been here since day one. We know that, so we don't need you to. Basically, to me, it's kind of like saying I love these women, but the rest of these, it's like. It's not necessary to do that. And if you're going to do something like that where you separate it, then say something great about the women that are there too. The other women. It's not cool. It's like being in a meeting and there's, 100 men and 3 women. And then someone gets up to thank everybody for coming and they don't mention the women at all. Like as if they're not there. It's just not cool. But I wouldn't expect you guys to think any different. Especially Dr. Simone, because Dr. Simone is the person who decided to take her bestie, Dr. Jackie, and the whole group to Hilton Head, South Carolina, which who even picks that? It's just so random, but whatever. To a place where Dr. Jackie's husband took the side chick, I believe. So if you're doing that and refusing to change it, because we don't believe for a second y'all couldn't have bought different tickets, went to a different place. You didn't have to have it there. You just didn't give a shit. Let's be very clear. And that's the thing that bothers Simone about Heavenly. Is that Heavenly, despite how I feel about Heavenly as a human being and some of the things she does, Heavenly understands the assignment. Her assignment is that she's going to collect a check every season for being a villain. But the one thing I will respect about her is she's always going to, like, in my opinion, give the truth of the situation. The problem is she needs to shut up sometimes. We don't always need the truth publicly, Dr. Heavenly. I believe in the truth, but certain things shouldn't, the world doesn't need to know, So she basically was trying to tell Simone, listen, it's not right. Like, and Simone is just so dismissive of Heavenly, mostly because, again, she thinks she's better than Heavenly. She does. Just like Heavenly's bestie, Dr. Simone's ex-bestie, Dr. Jackie, she thinks she better too. Don't get it twisted. What, Heavenly started season 2, had a party or something at her home, invited Dr. Jackie, and Dr. Jackie would literally within like 5 minutes of meeting this lady was just like, I know you're not a doctor. How fucking dismissive is that? So it's not far-fetched that, Dr. Simone would treat someone that way. Look at how her bestie treated Dr. Heavenly and now they're besties. Somebody help me understand. I'm not going to be besties with someone that is so dismissive to me the first 5 minutes of knowing me. Like, how dare you? But here we are. So anyway, I think Dr. Simone is just rude in general, and I probably wouldn't like her in real life. Like if I knew her, I don't think because she's not a person that you can reason with. She's very much like it's her way or the highway, and I don't roll like that. Probably because I'm like it's my way or the highway too. No, but I have compassion and empathy. She does not. She lacks it because to me, it came across Dr. Simone, it came across to the whole audience that you gave zero about Dr. Jackie and her situation. Now, you could say all day long, I didn't know, we wasn't sure, I didn't do this intentionally. And I think most of us believe that you're not intentionally trying to, with your friend like that. We do believe that. But it's the arrogance of it all. That's why Dr. Heavenly was pissed. Like, no, I'm not going to come if you're going to be dismissive of my friend, our friend. But even then, even at this reunion, Dr. Simone still is like, no. And I really think that's what bothers Dr. Simone the most. And the reason I feel like her and Jackie are really kind of like not connected anymore is the fact that she felt or feels that she's better than Dr. Heavenly. And it's like, this is what I think Dr. Simone feels about their relationship, Dr. Heavenly and Dr. Jackie. I think Simone feels like it's like being in a relationship with your husband, right? And 10 years later, or into the marriage, you find out your husband's cheating on you. No shade. You find this out. And at first, you're mad, right? Because you're like, how dare you? I gave you my good year, whatever, right? And then you found her photo on social media somewhere. And you just like, you were mad. You were mad that he cheated on you. But you really are like so in your feelings about the fact. Like real heated. Like can't calm down heated. Like go into his bank account heated. That the girl he chose to cheat on you with is not cute. It's Dr. Heavenly. Okay? No shade, Dr. Heavenly. But I'm just telling you how Simone views you. She views you like, how dare you steal my bestie away? And bestie, how dare you replace me with some ugly fat girl? I promise you, that is how Dr. Simone views Dr. Heavenly. She feels like, why are you downgrading? I'm just being honest. I don't think Dr. Heavenly is ugly and fat and all that. I don't feel that way, but I know that that's how Dr. Simone views it. And we all know that's how Dr. Jackie views it, which is how I'm like, how are y'all besties? Dr. Heavenly, Dr. Jackie doesn't like you. You're overweight. You can't be more than 108 pounds for Dr. Girl. Stop me when I'm lying. Anyway, I love Dr. Alicia and her husband. I know a lot of people are like, oh, she's so abrasive, or he's abrasive about their relationship, and his thought process about men and women is so archaic. And on some level, I agree. I do. However, I wholeheartedly believe this. Just like I disagree with 98% of the things Dr. Heavenly says. I don't necessarily. I think it's weird that she calls her husband daddy. Girl, you have a daddy, right? Just saying. But I wouldn't be as, I don't necessarily agree with a lot of things she says about their relationship and their dynamic. But I 100% agree that if it works for Dr. Heavenly and Dr. Damon, let that woman be great. He like it. I don't know why you have a problem with it. And it doesn't matter if she's okay with it. If she's okay with it, let her be okay with it. It's okay for her to be okay with it. Right? I just feel like, listen, everybody has their way. You have your way. And why do you care? It's the same thing that I feel about like when people are like, you shouldn't be getting an abortion, or you shouldn't be gay or whatever. And I know they're not the same, but I'm saying if you don't want to get if you're against abortion, don't get an abortion. That's an easy fix. If you are against people being gay, don't be gay. What are the gay people doing to you? What are the people who are boarding whatever in their scenario and situation? What are they doing to you? Get you some business. I just feel like people that think like that, not saying you can't think however you want to think. I'm just saying get a hobby, because this isn't, it has nothing to do with you. It has absolutely nothing to do with you. Dr. Heavenly and how she deals with Dr. Damon and their whole relationship setup has nothing to do with you. Nothing. Zero. So why do you care? I think care if it impacts your life. or if it is impacting someone's life in a negative way, like their children or something, like if it's violent or that type of thing, yeah, you probably would want to kind of maybe say something. But in general, the way that these people decide to like live their life, let them be great. If they ain't bothering you, let them be great. I think it's the reason to me this whole episode was boring. I barely got through it. Listen, it's just y'all can chime down in the comments. Let me know, was it entertaining for you? Bravo. I felt unentertained. Nothing was really entertaining except for some of the things that I'm gonna list off here. I also feel very strongly that but I'm not surprised. Nobody held Dr. Jackie feet to the fire, and it's sad because Dr. Jackie is sitting on this pedestal and really unchecked, in my opinion, because she hasn't changed her thought process not one bit. I can guarantee you, Dr. Jackie does not feel like what she said was wrong. It was true for her. And how dare the world make me apologize? Because you could tell every single apology wasn't sincere. I did feel bad for her on the last one. I think that was the one where she went live. But I still don't think Dr. Jackie has changed her perspective, because in her mind, the black clients that she had, they were exaggerating their pain. That's true for Dr. Jackie. So if something is true for you, you're not going to change your mind about what you think. She's never going to change her mind about that. Not ever. In my opinion, she has narcissistic tendencies, because narcissists cannot ever view themselves as wrong. That's why they're so scary. They will never feel like what they're doing to someone else isn't justified. They're always going to think they're justified. I promise you, Dr. Jackie thinks what she said was correct, and she feels 100% justified. The reason she apologized isn't because her logic changed, or she felt like, this is terrible to say about a whole group of people that she doesn't know. That isn't why. Or that is just asinine to say to your black sisters and, people of color, specifically us, brown women. It's not asinine to her. In her mind, this is the truth, according to Dr. Jackie. That this has been her journey with her patients. The problem is, it would have been fine for her to say, this is my journey with my patients. Okay, then your patients will be mad at you, and not the whole black women community that you don't know. Sis, doctor, you don't know us. You know a small population. You don't even know all the people, black women in Atlanta. So how dare you make such a broad, ignorant statement? How dare you? So that's why, I can have compassion, because I'm sure who wants to be feeling like the world hates them and come down on them so hard, especially after being, supposedly trying to allegedly be a advocate and fight for, to reduce the mortality rate for brown women that are pregnant. It doesn't ring true, sis. She was so happy that she got to speak to the Vice President of the United States, because it elevates her in a way that no one else could, right? It took her down a few notches to have to live say, you know what, this is bothering me. Because Dr. Jackie, I feel like, can be very stoic. To me, she has a God complex on some level. But I do have compassion. Nobody wants to feel like the whole world is against them. And the whole world knows that what you said is some shit. And it was wrong and uneducated and whatever else. Again, Dr. Jackie, sis, come to the front. How many times did you take and pass the med exam the first time, sis? Come on, Chanel's Reality, and let me know. I'm just saying, because that stuff that you said out your mouth, sis, it's a whole bunch of malarkey, and it's sad. It was ignorant and stupid, and I wish you could have been a bigger person and said, you know what, I was wrong for that. That should have never come out of my mouth. I wish you could have, but let's move along. I felt bad for Sweet Tea, but Sweet Tea, listen, girl, I like you. I like you a lot. I hope you stay. I just need you to remember that the fight that you're fighting with these women, it has to be an intellectual one, sweetheart. I believe you're an intellectual, but I do believe that you have to decide what you want your response to be when these women trigger you, okay? That's what you need to do, okay? So on Coco, over here, on Coco, okay? Figure out, these are my triggers with these women. They trigger me because they always bringing up my husband. They're always bringing up his ex-wife. They're always putting me in awkward situations. These are my triggers for these women. How do I want to respond in a way that can have the greatest impact on leave me alone? But how do I do it in an intellectual manner? Shut them all the way down. That's what you got to do. You can't fight these. You literally are bringing a knife to a gunfight, and you're gonna lose every single time. And the saddest part is, even if you win in the way that you're trying to do it, all you're gonna do is, what's the right word? Kind of like prove their point that they think you're less than. Because I promise you, these people feel as though you're beneath them, especially the doctors. Hate to say it, but it's just how I feel. Look at how they treated you. They haven't treated you like you're an equal. They've called you girl. It's dismissive. They've called you girl the whole time. Baby girl, she's your girl. That child, you're a grown woman, and you need to act like it. But I'm saying, you use your energy for good. Stand in the light. But you have to be able to control your emotions when you're up against Goliath. And these women have been doing this for 9 years, 10 years now. So they understand how to play. They've been to this part of the zoo. They know exactly how these animals operate. They do. This is your first time at their zoo. Okay? And I'm just trying to give you some advice. I know you don't know me and you probably won't never see this video, but it is what it is. You're going to have to fight fire with fire, sis. Because fighting them with cuss words, all it's going to do is say, she ain't very smart anyways. I tell y'all, she's a child. She's immature. That's what they're going to say about you. And not that you should care what these idiots think about you, but I'm saying, I'm going to beat y'all at your own game. So that's why I'm telling you, it would be in your best interest to sit down with yourself and say, what are the things that trigger me with this group of women? What do I want my response to be when I get triggered? Okay? That's what I need you to do. All right. I love me some Dr. Alicia. Love you, Dr. Alicia. I really like her and her husband, to be honest. And I feel like I like them the most because they're not afraid to say what the hell they feel. Like, I just feel that way. And it doesn't feel like anyone's in control of anyone else. Y'all notice that? Because, like, with Dr. Jackie, I feel like Curtis is in control. Dr. Jackie said she want to have a baby. He told her no. Dr. Jackie said she want to live in a high-rise in the city so she could be close to her job. He told her no. So, in my mind, she ain't in charge of nothing. My opinion. I love Eugene. Toya isn't my favorite, but I love Eugene, and I love the fact that he loves his wife so much. But I do think they probably have somewhat of a cantankerous. I don't know how to say the words. I just feel like they have an acrimonious relationship, and I don't feel like Dr. Eugene is in control. I don't. I feel like Toya's in control. And I also feel like Toya wants to move on or have a threesome or something. Like, I just feel like their energy, sexual energy, is like, it feels like Portia and Nene, sorry. That's another video. It just feels like Toya's not happy or satisfied or something. So, but it doesn't seem like a balanced relationship power-wise. It feels like Toya, it comes across as you treat him any kind of way. And I'm not saying you do or you don't. I'm just telling you how it gets presented. And it gets presented like you're unhappy and you want somebody else in the bedroom. That's how it comes across. So it just feels like that relationship isn't the greatest either. Who else? We know how Dr. Simone talks to everybody. So her husband, he ain't in control of it either. Dr. Damon, I don't know who's in control because he just don't say much. So I don't know. Maybe Heavenly's in control, but it seems like he's very measured. So maybe it's him. But regarding Dr. Alicia and her husband, I think Dr. Alicia understands the assignment. Listen, what did she tell Portia? They were talking. Portia, oh God, Portia is on my brain, Lord Jesus. It's not Portia. I apologize. Who was she? Oh no, she was talking to Toya. So Toya was saying something like, it came across as Dr. Oh, what is his name? I forget that man's name. Anyway, her husband, who's a neurosurgeon, Toya was basically saying, he talked a lot about how, what his needs are. And he didn't talk much about This is what Toya said about what her needs or how he was meeting her needs or whatever the case may be. And so then Dr. Alicia piped in. What did she say? Hold please. Do I have it written here? I thought it was so funny. Hold on. Oh, hold on. Hold on, let me find it. Oh my God, I lost it. Where is it? One second, guys. Where is it? I can't find it. I knew I was going to lose it. But anyway, her response to Toya was everything to me. It was just kind of like, what did she say? Something like, she said, I don't have to, what did she say? I think she said, I've never had a problem with my husband's penis size. Shots fired! Child. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Me and Dr. Alicia, we would be friends in real life because I like her. Because I just think, Toya, leave that lady alone. Leave her alone. Mm-hmm. So, they talked a little bit about how when they were out in Hilton Head, I think on a boat or something, and, Dr. Alicia's husband was basically saying, I don't know if he said it then or in the past, but about well trained. He did say that. I think he said to Eugene when his wife, presented him with his meal. He was like, Eugene, well trained. And Dr. Jackie was like passing by. She was just like, women can't be trained. We are not trained or whatever. I just feel like I agree with Dr. Alicia. I feel like he understands. I think they both understand the assignment, that they do things differently. And I think but it works for them. Just like Dr. Damon and Dr. Heavenly. They're the most, they are who they are. And you just gotta let people be who they are. But I think they got on the show and they're like, we're gonna be controversial in a different way. And so we're gonna stay here because they're gonna be invited back because people have a strong reaction to the fact that they feel he's demeaning his wife or he's not satisfying her in some way or he doesn't consider her. Meanwhile, they sitting back collecting their check, not caring about what you guys think about their marriage and how they operate. And I just feel like, again, we don't have to like whatever they're doing. No one's being harmed. She seems to love him. He seems to love her. I don't know why y'all care. Just maybe it's just me. But yeah, she got Toya real good. I was like, yes. Now, Mr. Dr. Kima, whatever your name is, come to the front, okay? Because this is my unsolicited advice. Oral sex is mandatory. And I love how he tried to convince his wife in the, what was it? In the little confessional. It's all right. My wife, she doesn't even like it either. She was like, you could go down more. I died. I was like, yes, honey. Because I think they both kind of like I said, I think they had a conversation about this show and what they were going to present to the world. I do. And I think she was just kind of like, yeah, nah, I ain't going out like that. I ain't going to let them sit on this TV and say, I'm happy. No, I'm not. I need you to go down more. What she say? What was that stuff, UV? I want to go downtown. That's the way to my love. Take me round and round. Listen. What she say? You can't stop till you find my love. Need you to come down there on the pleasure button, sir. Okay? Just saying. What else did I find good or entertaining? Oh, I think they were talking to Dr. Damon about something, and he said, I like Dr. Damon. He said, it's okay to when people ask you a question that you don't have to answer it. Period. I agree with that. Did the Bible say this? Y'all correct me in the comments if it didn't. But I think the Bible says something about no one's going to know you're a fool until you open up your mouth. No, that couldn't have been in the Bible. Maybe that was just some other human being. Listen, the saying goes something like, no one will know you're a fool until you open your mouth and remove all doubt. Just saying. That's what Dr. Damon's point was. I don't have to answer you. I agree 1,000%. I don't have to answer you. And I'm not going to be bothered by the fact that you think I should. Okay? I'm here for it. Listen. So then Apollo showed up. Listen. Listen. Listen, what did Dr. Heavenly say on Carlos Quinichalo? She was like, because I think Carlos asked her about when he showed up or whatever the case may be. And Dr. Heavenly was like, I'm a married woman. I died. Sis was just like bothered. Okay? And listen, Dr. Heavenly, if you listen to this, sis, listen. I feel the same way. Listen, I cannot be trusted if I was ever in a situation with Mr. Nida. I get it. Listen, Kenya told us. What she say? Damn. What she say on the Atlanta Housewives? Oh, Apollo was fine. No lies told. He was fine. He is. But again, you can't trust a man that look like that. I don't trust people that look like that. No. I don't. And that's why I said I couldn't be trusted around. I can't be trusted around Apollo Nida or men that smell like Gucci guilty. I can't trust them, man. Nope. And I won't be in your space because I can't be. Listen, I can't be trusted. I can't be trusted. I also can't be trusted around Hill Harper or what's my other boyfriend's name? Trevor Noah. Lord, I'm gonna need a whole pass, a whole hall pass. I'm gonna need a whole hall pass. Okay. Just telling you what it is. I'll probably never meet those men, but it's all good. I really do hope they bring Dr. Alicia back. I don't know if I missed this part. Maybe I did talk about it, but I just wanted to talk about it real quick. Dr. Simone and Dr. Heavenly kind of had like a back and forth and whatnot. And it just was just kind of like Simone can't get past herself and what she thinks. And she didn't hear Heavenly. But like I said earlier, about everything I said about Simone and how she thinks, it's never going to change. And then there was another part that I feel like was very contentious between Dr. Heavenly and Sweet Tea. I do think that these people, they don't respect Sweet Tea. In their minds, respect isn't necessarily earned. I think for them, respect is, do you have PhD? Do you have DDS? Do you have MD behind your name? If not, you're not at our level. I really do think that this is how these people think. I do. They're very dismissive of her. And it's unfortunate. Because if they were nice people, they could just take her under their wing a little bit. Show her something without throwing it in her face. But that's difficult for people who have narcissistic tendencies to do. They always have to be right. And I felt bad mostly because of, one, how dismissive they are of this lady, but also I felt bad too because it's so terrible to see these professional women who, did y'all all pass y'all medical exam? Dr. Heavenly, did you pass the first time? At me. Anyways, these women who I did respect, a lot of them I don't respect anymore, just because of, like I said, things that Dr. Jackie has said. It's just ignorant, stupid, uninformed BS. Dr. Simone saying to Toya, I lost all respect to her. I mean, not to Toya, to Quad. I lost all respect for Dr. Simone. And I know she probably don't care, and she probably never see this video, and I don't really care. But I lost all respect for her when she sat on that couch and tried to make some sort of analogy, or really just try to tell Quad how much of a friend she is. Let's be clear, Dr. Simone. A friend doesn't sit on a couch to tell another friend how they were there for them when their friend niece died in their pool. Again, what did I say about narcissists? They can't ever see anything wrong with what they do, with what they did. I can promise you, Dr. Simone feels 100% justified in what she said, and she ain't gonna take it back ever. And it's just really mind blowing to me that Quad is on an apology tour for all of these people that say that she's not their friend, yet they're mad because she don't want to be their friend. This is why I'm like, are these people smarter than fifth graders? This is also why I'm like, did y'all pass the medical exam the first time? Why do you want to be friends with someone who you say doesn't live up to your friendship standards? Why are you bothered that the woman that you work with that you say isn't your friend doesn't want to talk to you outside of work? I promise you, I'm not bothered with people that don't have any interest in talking to me. So I don't understand why y'all are so bothered. Y'all all got together and decided, she's not worth it because she doesn't do this or that and whatever. And listen, be clear. I'm sure Quiet is a bad friend. I'm sure she is. People like that are not going to change anything until they're not rewarded anymore. So Quiet has been not answering her phone, emails, text messages, whatever it is that she's been doing all this time that made these ladies feel as though this friendship is not worth it or it's not, balanced or whatever. She hasn't changed. I promise you, Quiet has been this person her whole life. What did Mariah say? Miss Quiet, she got it. Quiet feels that way about herself, and Mariah knows it. So why is she going to change for you? She's not. Quiet is only on this apology tool, let's be clear. I think y'all are treacherous, and how y'all treat her is treacherous. But this lady is only on this apology tour because she thinks her job is in jeopardy, and it probably was. So she did what she had to do. My ego wouldn't let me do that. I'd be like, take this check, bye. Like, my ego wouldn't let me do that. Mainly because you're not going to dog me out because you say I'm not a friend to you, even though you say, but you want to be mad at me because I'm not your friend. Why are you mad at me? I just don't understand. How are you interested in someone's friendship who you've said isn't a friend, but you're going to be mad at them because they're not your friend? Make it make sense. Anyway, is there anything else? Yeah, I did want to say the last moment, I felt like it was very irritating. It was unnecessary. It's disgraceful. Sweet Tea and Dr. Heavenly yelling back and forth and cussing each other out again. It is just how y'all sit up here with all these big egos and then can't talk and have a constructive conversation, an adult conversation with each other without cussing each other out. It's just mind blowing to me. That's why I say, did y'all pass the test the first time? Or do you just lack any coof whatsoever? I mean, we kind of know. We don't expect much from Dr. Heavenly because she's already in the gutter. I think I've said this before. She's already in the gutter. We understand. But please, y'all, don't let her drag out down with her. I had respect for you guys, but I don't. I don't have respect really for any of the doctors that are female on the show. And I hate to say it, but it's because of your behavior. It's because I just started out this way. Y'all have made me be this way. It's just kind of like the stuff that y'all said out of your mouth. The fact that Dr. Simone thinks it's okay to use someone's dead child to prove a point is asinine. The fact that Dr. Jackie can sit on an internet 3 years ago and say that Black women are, what are we, exaggerating our pain and we just want to get out of work. Girl, please, be clear. We're the most educated people in this country, Black women, sis, doctor. Okay, we are. Black women are. So how dare you? How dare you? You're a woman. Doctor. And you're brown. How do you do that? Savage. Savage behavior. I can't respect her after that. I can't respect either of them after that. I don't dislike Dr. Heavenly. I hate her behavior. But she's funny on the internet. On Carlos King. So I don't hate her, but I just think she plays her role. She understands the assignment. So yeah, I had a respect for Dr. Jackie. I had a respect on some level for Dr. Simone. I can't respect people that can't see when they're wrong and apologize. Dr. Simone. I don't understand why and you know what's worse? Y'all sat there while that lady told Quad, basically, I was there for you when your niece died in your pool. How is it that y'all educated people supposed to be above board people. How is it that nobody had one word to say in this lady's defense? How dare you? The only person that even like showed her any empathy was Phaedra. It's so to me, I don't know. I'm gonna have a hard time watching this show again because it's just going down the drain. Y'all, there's zero respect. I don't have any. Sorry, really. I can't respect someone that would say such heinous, ignorant things about black women as a black doctor, and then wants to go sit in front of the vice president and act like it's all good. It's not all good, sis, doctor. It's not. It's terrible. But I bet you thought nobody would ever find out. This is the way these internet streets are set up. You're always gonna get found out. So just don't do things that you shouldn't do, or that you're gonna feel are embarrassing to you later. We know Dr. Simone don't give a she don't care. She don't. Anyway, guys, that is the end of my recap. Like I said, it was boring, so I just tried to give you guys what I found, the best parts of this. So let me know, chime down in the comments. Let me know if you guys agree with, Dr. Kimma and Dr. Alicia's relationship. I did feel like she was kind of trying to save him at some point, talking about how he's a neurosurgeon and whatever. I did feel that way, but I ain't mad at her, girl. Go ahead and save your man, sis. I ain't mad at her. What do you guys feel about, how disrespectful these women have been towards Sweet Tea? Do we need Phaedra back? I like Phaedra on this show, so I hope y'all bring her back. What did y'all think of Apollo? Jesus. Ain't he a criminal? I can't. But listen, I wouldn't be able to be trusted. Could you be trusted around him? Girl, listen. And he ain't my type really at all, to be completely honest. But he's hot. I have to give it to him. I'm pretty sure the guys on the show like, what are you here for? Let me know what y'all think about that. I'm trying to think, what else? What do you guys think about Dr. Simone and her beef that she wants to have with, Dr. Heavenly about their bestie, Dr. Jackie? What do you think about Sweet Tea? Do you want her back? I think they should come back. I hope everybody comes back, to be completely honest. But let me know what you guys think. Have a good one. This is Chanel's Reality. Thanks for tuning in. Bye. See you guys next time. Bye.